Welcome back to another reading video, scholars. I hope you did all your work for yesterday so that you can get started today. All right, so if you did and you are ready, let's go. Strong readers, don't give up when we run across something difficult. We take actions. We say to ourselves, which strategy can I use to help me figure out this hard part? One strategy we can use is to look at the picture. Today, I want to teach you that when we read, we can just look at the picture like this. No, instead, readers scan the whole picture and think, what's happening here? Or, what's this about? Then we think about how everything in the picture goes together to tell what's happening in the story and how we can use that to help us figure out the hard part. All right? Today, we're going to be reading about our last child in our book, How My Family Lives in America. We've read about Sanu and we've read about Eric. Now we're going to read about April and answer some really important questions about her family. All right? So I want you to pay close attention and listen closely so you can answer those questions, okay? Let me get our book set up and we'll get started. All right, scholars, now that we have our book set up, let's start reading. And remember, listen closely so you can help me answer the questions, all right? Let's get started. My name in America is April. I also have a Chinese name, Qing, which means admire, and Lan, which means orchid. Both my parents are Chinese and were born in Taiwan. Taiwan is an island on the other side of the world. My papa came to New York without his parents to go to school, and my mama moved here with her family. Because Julius, my older brother, and May, my older sister, and I were born in America, we are called Chinese American. Now, what is this child's name? Remember, she has two names. April is her American name, and Chenglan are her Chinese names. Remember, Cheng means admire, and Lan, all right, which means orchid. Where were April's parents born? They were born in Taiwan, China. All right, why did her parents move to New York? You see, her dad came for school and her mother moved with her family. Aren't they lucky that they got to meet each other? So, why are April and her siblings called Chinese American? Remember, we've been talking about this a lot throughout this whole book. So, why are they called Chinese American? You see, their family is from China, but where was April and her siblings born? Yes, they were born in the United States. So that is why they are called Chinese Americans. All right. What do you think? Let's look at the page right here. What do you think the symbols on the left side of the page mean? Look at it right here where I'm circling. You see, they may be how to write April's Chinese names, right? Because under each symbol is one of her Chinese names. So I'm pretty sure that is how you write her name in Chinese. All right, let's read the next page. There are many Chinese Americans, but we do not all speak the same Chinese language. The way my family speaks Chinese is called Mandarin. In Mandarin, I called my daddy Baba and my mommy Mama. It sounds something like English, but when we write the words, they look very different. Another thing that's different in Chinese is that words aren't made with letters. Each word has its own special marks. So, do all Chinese Americans speak the same Chinese language? No, they don't. What does April's family speak? They speak Mandarin. Can you say that with me? Ready? Mandarin. All right, let's move on to our next page. During the week, we go to public school, but on Saturday, we go to Chinese school. There, we learn how to speak and write in Chinese, like my parents learned in Taiwan. When I write English letters, I write from the left of the page to the right. When I write in Chinese, I write from the right to the left, and I write in rows from the top of the page to the bottom. For us Chinese Americans, kids, there are many things to remember. So, what Mandarin names does April call her mother and father? Yes, her mom is called Mama and dad is called Baba. How are the words different in Chinese versus in English? Do you have an answer? Let's see if we're both right. So, Chinese words don't use letters. They don't use letters. They use special marks. All right. How is April's schooling? Because you go to school like April, right? But how is April's schooling different than most students, different than yours? Yes, she goes to two schools, right? During the week, she goes to public schools like us. But on Saturdays, she attends Chinese school, all right? So that's how it's different because we don't go to Chinese school, right? But we do go to public school, all right? So how is writing Mandarin different than English? There are many different ways that they listed, right? So when we write in English, we write from left to right, but in Mandarin, you are writing from right to left, all right? Let's read our next page. In Chinese school, we also learn a special kind of writing called calligraphy. We use a brush instead of a pen, black ink, and special paper made from stalks of rice. Our teacher shows us the right way to hold the brush. Look closely at the picture. How does the pictures support what April tells us about writing in Chinese? Let's look at the picture together. You see in the picture, we see what it looks like, right? Writing in Chinese. And we also see the tools that she uses to write. And we can also see her teacher helping her and teaching her how to hold the brush. All right? Let's read our next page. My favorite part of Chinese school is snack time. Today, Mama made me cold sesame noodles. 猪麻凉面. I eat them with a fork, but most Chinese people eat their noodles with chopsticks. I'm just learning to eat with chopsticks. Papa told us that an Italian explorer named Marco Polo discovered noodles in China a long time ago and introduced them to his country. When Mama brought home takeout, Julius asked if a Chinese explorer discovered pizza in Italy. Mama and Papa laughed and said no. What does April eat for lunch? Yeah, she ate cold sesame noodles. And most Chinese people, they eat with chopsticks. But what does April eat with? Yes, she is eating with a fork. Why? Yes, she is still learning to eat with chopsticks. So for now, she's eating with a fork. But later on, when she finished learning, she will probably eat with chopsticks, right? Do you know how to eat with chopsticks? I remember when I first learned, it was really hard, but it's really fun. You should try it if you haven't. Let's read our next page, okay? While we eat our pizza, we play a game to test our wit. Papa asks us to look for letters hidden in the picture on the pizza box. Julius sees a V in the pizza man's shoe. May finds an L. Oh, look! I can even see the Chinese letters Ba in the pizza man's eyebrows. Ba means 8 in Chinese. So, they're eating pizza. They're enjoying some time together as a family. What do they do while they eat pizza? So they're playing a game to test their wits by looking for hidden letters in the pizza box. Maybe that's a game you can try at home. Let's read our next page. At night, when we have finished all our chores and all our homework, we play. Let me think about it. I don't want to mess up how I pronounce that. Let me try again. At night, when we have finished all our chores, we play, and all our homework, we play Chi Chow Bang. In America, some people call it Tangram. This is a popular game in Taiwan, like checkers in America. My grandparents and even my great-grandparents play this game. To play, you must move 7 different shapes to build a new shape. I like to make a pussycat. It is very difficult, but I can do it. Papa says, go slowly and think about a cat. After a while, your mind will start to run and you will see the cat and the shapes. He's right. What other games do they play? We call it Tangram in English, right? Can you try saying the Chinese name with me? I'm gonna go first and then we're gonna do it together, okay? So me first. Chi Chow Bang. Now, I'm gonna do it one more time. Ready? Chi Chow Bang. Now, it's your turn to do it with me. Ready? Chi Chow Bang. Did you do it? Great job. All right, so they play Chi Chow Bang or Tangram, where you see shapes to make a picture. All right, let's finish our last page for today. All right, and then I'll get us ready for our mission of the day. There is an old Chinese saying, the older you are, the wiser you become. When I become a grown-up, I will remember to tell this to my family. It was so fun reading about April. All right, so let me get set up and I'll tell you what your mission for today is. Okay.